Sticking with the kids, but moving to something a little more serious. For most parents, dealing with a hungry child isn't that difficult. But what if your child had a medical condition that meant they never felt full? For 7-year-old Cooper, every thought is dominated by...
It's casserole.
He has Prader-Willi Syndrome, a rare and complex genetic disorder that creates an overwhelming drive to eat, impacts on behaviour, IQ and his mood.
Some families choose to lock down their fridge and their pantries when they go to bed at night time and perhaps not have food lying around as other families would normally do.
Children after birth actually grow very poorly and need some assistance with their feeding, but then later in life the opposite occurs and they lose control of their feeding in the other direction.
For Cooper himself, school can be tough.
He doesn't get invited to parties. You know, he doesn't know how to socialise and interact.
For Cooper's parents, the daily regime is a constant challenge, even down to stopping him from burning his mouth.
Lots of blowing.
Because Cooper can't tell how hot things are.
We've got to keep very vigilant in the way we look after him and treat him. Straight down the hill. There's a lot of things that we don't do now that we probably would normally do because we have to watch what's going into his mouth and make sure that he's not eating too much.
With just 1 in 25,000 Australian children diagnosed each year, Prader-Willi Syndrome is characterised by an abnormality in chromosome 15. This creates a defect in the hypothalamus, the part of the brain that controls temperature, metabolism, sleep cycles, hormones and emotions, and much more. Kim's daughter Chloe was diagnosed shortly after birth.
My first response was one of panic, just fear of the future and fear about what life meant for her and what life meant for me. You feel really sad about the potential that's not going to be met and coping with a child that has special needs.
For some children, symptoms are similar to autism, causing repetitive and obsessive behaviours.
Is the mailman here? What she likes to do every single morning is get up and look out the window to wait for the paper to come, and then when the paper arrives, she has to go out and get the paper.
Like Chloe, Cooper struggles to control his emotions.
Yes, finished.
No!
Hey, oh.
Something can just change in him. There's no rhyme or reason.
What's happened? Where are you going?
Something's going on in his head that he doesn't know how to either tell us about it, and we don't know how to interpret his feelings.
Although to date there is no cure, there are treatments and management strategies, and these two families know that Chloe and Cooper will always need care.
All you want is for your kids to be happy and have a normal life, and that's what we try to do now, and we're going to, continue to do right through, his life as well.
Children and people with special needs are a really important part of society, and I think we get a lot more from them than people actually realise.
Yeah. The good news about these rare genetic diseases is that every year it brings new research, better care, more treatments, and it's not unrealistic to think that one day more definitive treatments won't be there, but the key is money, fundraising. It's expensive to do this research.
And the Prader-Willi Association of Victoria are having their first ever fundraising event in November. If you'd like to take part, details are on our website.